Good morning, day 44. It's another foggy, wet day in the Smokies, which seems like a typical Smokies day. Yesterday was so nice, all sunny and dry. But I got to sleep in the shelter last night, so I am dry. And I am finding lately that even when I set my alarm, I wake up 5 to 15 minutes before my alarm goes off, so I'm able to turn it off and get going. But this morning I decided to set it later than usual, and I was a lot faster getting ready because it was light so much sooner, which was great. I am hiking to Cosby Knob Shelter today, which is just 7.7 miles, which is funny that I said it's just 7.7 miles because it's not that long ago that would be a normal day for me. But it feels like a rest. I forgot to take a screenshot of the far out info about my distance for today until I was 0.2 miles into my day, but you can still see how much more descent there is than ascent. So, and it doesn't look too steep, so it seems like it'll be a pretty cruisy day, and I am trying to beat the rain. It is so dark. The image that I'm seeing on my screen while I'm recording this looks so much brighter than how it is actually. It's really dark, and it is after 8 a.m. I got some water. It is still pretty dark out. And having a snack. This is the site of an old helicopter launch pad. Interesting. So obviously it's fairly open. And yesterday there would have been nice views here. This tunnel I just came out of was really cool. On one side, it's rhododendron and mountain laurel, and on the other side, it's evergreen. A bit of a view. The fog is moving out. Ooh, that's a lot of Usnea lichen, I think. There is really a lot of rhododendron tunnel on this hike today. And I am loving it. There have been a few places like this where basically the whole hillside just kind of fell down. Not just a tree, but a really big chunk. I'm walking through this blowdown, and it smells so amazing. See what I mean about these? I mean, they're actually big trees, but the whole hillside just heaved over, and then this is the trail. This is another one, particularly large. Okay, so there's a regular tree over the trail, but then the bypass is here into this zone where the plant life keeled over and peeled away the cliffside with it. So I'm going to put away my phone so I can walk through this. Here is the site of an impending peel away. Look at that. It's just starting to come up. I just talked to another hiker who said that all those slope failures / blowdowns / root balls are from a more recent event than Hurricane Helene, in case anybody was wondering. Apparently there were 70 to 80 mile per hour winds in a storm that came through sometime this year. It's a lot of slope failure. I like that term. Also, it's sunshiny now. I'm getting pretty close to the shelter, Cosby Knob. And today I had wanted to beat the rain and kind of hustle to get here. But as I was hiking, I just did not feel hurried. I physically was able to hike faster. I just didn't want to. And I took breaks and I enjoyed the day. And so by the time I get to the shelter, it will have been, 5 hours and 45 minutes of hiking for 7.7 miles. It's been mostly downhill, fairly easy trail other than the many, many blowdowns where I had to weave around. But otherwise, really nice. And I'm wishing that this were a place where I could camp in many places, because I would hike more like 10 miles today, I think. So that's good that I feel like doing that. So definitely progress in my fitness and ability to handle the trail. I heard thunder in the distance and it's sprinkling, and here I am at the shelter turnoff. Yay, I made it. Check out what one of the hikers made. It is just ready to rock and roll. This is the fireplace in the shelter. So this shelter has a leaky roof.
What the trail does to your brain.
That's like my worst fear.
There's a lot of water up there. I tried to have this place, but the water came down between these two things.
There's nothing to worry about on the motorbike.
So I moved top there, and I can't use the ladder to get up there.
I went a bit too fast and
There's still a fire,
so I fell over
and there are a lot of wet hikers here. No rain, no Maine. There's a tiny leak right next to my sleeping bag. We'll see.